We will respond forcefully. Nothing is off the table to defend our workers and our country. And our response to these latest tariffs is to fight, is to protect, and to build. We will fight the U.S. tariffs with retaliatory trade actions of our own that will have maximum impact in the United States and minimum impacts here in Canada. The road ahead will be long. There is no silver bullet. There is no quick fix. That we love Canada with every fiber of our being. The old relationship we had with the United States, based on deepening integration of our economies and tight security and military cooperations, is over.
My message to President Trump is knock it off. Stop attacking America's friends. Start trading so that we can once again become richer, stronger, and more secure on both sides of the border. That is how we will have the money for stronger military and stronger borders to secure our continent against real threats and real enemies. We will never be the 51st state, but we can once again be friends with the United States if the president reverses course on these disastrous tariff threats.
Siempre vamos a mantener el diálogo. Es fundamental en la relación entre México y el gobierno de los Estados Unidos. Ya hay esta mesa de diálogo y tenemos plan A, plan B, plan C para lo que decida el gobierno de los Estados Unidos. Ahora es muy importante que sepa el pueblo de México que siempre vamos a defender la dignidad de nuestro pueblo, que siempre vamos a defender el respeto a nuestra soberanía y un diálogo como iguales.
Donald Trump's tariffs have already shaken the global economy. But here is the shocking truth. Canada and Mexico, two countries that have long been U.S. allies, are now aligning against the U.S. over these trade wars. And the results? Well, they might surprise you. These nations are looking to respond dollar for dollar. This is a global showdown that could change the future of North American trade forever. If you have been following the trade war, you might have thought it was just another clash of nations over tariffs. But this is far more than that. This is a shift in the very relationship between the US, Canada, and Mexico. It's not just about politics. It's about the very economy of North America. The tariffs imposed by Trump's administration have triggered a major frustration in Canada and Mexico. And this frustration has evolved into something much more serious. So, what exactly is going on here? Well, it all starts with the potential economic damage caused by these tariffs. The US has been imposing tariffs on both Canada and Mexico, longtime trading partners. The question is, what do Canada and Mexico do now? Do they just stand on the sidelines while their economies suffer? Or do they push back? The answer might just surprise you. A new survey conducted by the market research firm Ledger from March 26 to March 31st asked respondents from all three countries for their views on US-Canada-Mexico trade relationship. The results were staggering. A staggering 81% of Canadians and 76% of Mexicans reported having an unfavorable opinion of President Donald Trump. But here is the kicker. It's not just Trump they are frustrated with. It's the tariffs he's imposed. And those tariffs, they are seriously affecting the economy. But what really stood out in this survey is the growing hostility towards the US. While most Canadians and Mexicans blame Trump for the tariffs, the relationship with the US has taken a turn for the worse. According to the survey, 64% of Canadians and 59% of Mexicans agree the frustration is directly with Trump and not the American people. But even more concerning is how this frustration is manifesting. For the first time, 43% of Canadians now consider the US an enemy country. And in Mexico, 35% of Mexicans now consider the US their top enemy, surpassing even Russia and China. This is a huge shift in perspective. For decades, Canada and Mexico have been staunch allies of the US. But now, their once unbreakable bond has started to fracture, thanks to Donald Trump. From a global perspective, the US is no longer seen as an ally by its closest neighbors. For Canadians who have had a long history of working closely with the US, this is unprecedented. But it's not just about political opinions. The frustration that Canadians and Mexicans feel is not just in the air. It's impacting their everyday lives. The tariffs are pushing up costs for businesses, families, and industries. For many Canadians and Mexicans, this is no longer just a matter of political disagreement. It's personal. You can see it in the numbers. Nearly 87% of Canadians and 84% of Mexicans believe the tariffs are harming their economies. Here is how it's playing out on the ground. Both Canadians and Mexicans have started boycotting American products. In Canada, 72% of people have reduced their in-store purchases of American products, while 70% have cut back on buying American goods online. Mexicans, they are doing the same. 70% of them are also avoiding American products in-store and online. So, what's the solution? Both Canada and Mexico are considering retaliatory measures. A whopping 70% of Canadians and 62% of Mexicans say they are in favor of a dollar-for-dollar response to Trump's tariffs. That's a massive stance to take. But it's not just talk. This is a real strategy that could have serious consequences for American businesses, consumers, and the broader economy. Why does this matter? Well, tariffs are not just a political tool. They have real-world impact on businesses and consumers. By retaliating dollar for dollar, Canada and Mexico could hit the US in its most vulnerable spot, its own economy. From food products to electronics, from cars to agriculture. Both countries hold significant leverage over the US. The world of trade is volatile, and this retaliation could lead to new economic consequences for American businesses. Despite all of this, there is still a strong desire among both Canadians and Mexicans to maintain a trade relationship with the US. The survey revealed that 76% of Mexicans and 52% of Canadians still support renewing the free trade agreement with the US. Even though there is deep anger towards Trump and the tariffs, both countries know that trade with the US is still crucial. America remains a key player in the North American economy. But let's zoom out for a second. The trade relationship between these three countries does not just affect them. It has global consequences. The US-Mexico-Canada agreement is not just about these countries. The world depends on this trade agreement, from multinational companies to consumers in every corner of the globe. If this deal breaks down, the ripple effects could be devastating. So what's next for Canada and Mexico? The key question now is, where do we go from here? Can Canada and Mexico continue to fight back while also protecting their economic interests? The future of trade in North America is uncertain. But what's clear is this: Canada and Mexico are not backing down. They have already taken concrete actions, and the trade war is far from over. These countries are prepared to face the consequences, and they are ready to negotiate their way forward. Ultimately, this survey reveals a dramatic shift in North American trade relations. While the US continues to impose tariffs, both Canada and Mexico are showing their resilience, their willingness to fight back, and their need to adapt. But what happens next? Will these countries retaliate with full force? Will they come to the negotiating table? Stay tuned, because this trade war is just heating up. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Canada and Mexico should retaliate with tariffs, or should they negotiate a new deal with the US? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this evolving situation. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next video. It's going to be a wild ride. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.